Hello. Well, I put a few more lines in the sheds and darken a couple of areas. I'm blocking in the sky, very basic colors. I'm using combinations of raw umber, ultramarine blue, and cobalt blue and white. So, I'm sort of laying in designs, not being too fussy about it, but the general tone, this is in the mountains, in the hills, where you get all kinds of, in British Columbia, you get all kinds of crazy windstorms and blustery stuff, and showers show up and they go away, they pass over as quickly as they came. Some heavy cloud interspersed with some sunny, spots showing in. So I'm just trying to get that feel together right now. Everything cold and dark, cold and dark, cold and dark. A little bit of light in here, heading off in this direction a bit. But for the most part, still cold. It might be a bit light, but it's cold. Cold colors. I wasn't going to take you along for all of this, but I know there are some people who still, there's some of you guys out there who still benefit or benefit from seeing it happen or want to see it happen anyway, so let's just go ahead with that. And I thought, okay, this is easy enough. It's pretty quick job to do. Paint mixed up here. There's going to be much more variety in the sky than you see at this moment. But again, just blocking in the colors. I'm not doing anything that's going to be finished. It's just a wash-in. My guide. And the biggest thing about that is the biggest thing obviously is establishing colors, values, composition, but another additional bonus is just getting rid of all this blinding white. I'm sure that on camera this seems very dark to you, only because it's adjacent to this intense white, So that goes for me too when I'm painting. I don't like painting exactly on white. Even if it's a little less than white, it helps, but the more it's toned down, the happier I am. sure helps to gauge my values more accurately. My values. The values. Okay. I'll leave it at that for now. Leave this guy at that for now. I'm going to pop into the shed here, lay in a few more lines to bring the drawing up to being a little more accurate. But before I do that, I'm probably going to pop down into the foreground and lay in the design for the foreground, because that's also going to be very important. The shed is going to begin the warm colors, you know, all very cold. Kind of cold down here as well, towards the bottom. Let me back off here. Kind of cold down towards the bottom. But we're going to have that, we're going to have a break in the clouds and some sun splashing on not everything in the shed and the foreground, but in certain areas. So this is going to pop quite a bit. It's going to be a red shed again. I just love red sheds. Well, it was the color of choice for most people by far years ago. So I think it was probably the most economical color for them to use. So we're going to that's what's going to happen. Things will warm up quite a bit. They'll warm up across the foreground just below the shed. I'm going to have a design, some sort of I won't say a path, but broken foreground. But I need to give some thought to the design. So we'll see how it goes. Hope you have a good weekend. Talk to you soon.